Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
You don't have to tell me, I get it. I shouldn't be wasting my time trying to be a gourmand. I mean, after seeing all these battles firsthand, it's just...
I don't think it's a waste at all. Having a hobby is a great thing.
Thanks. That's nice of you to say. If only I wasn't so hungry all the time. I need to keep my stomach in check.
Hey everybody, welcome to part 5 of my Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness playthrough. I'm doing some private actions now. I did do a little bit of grinding offline because I was sick. So without further ado, let's do some of that.
Fidel, do you have a girlfriend?
No special woman in my life.
Wow, how bold of you to just come out with it like that.
Huh?
Don't worry, I'm an understanding person. There's no special woman in your life. Woman being the operative word.
I'm pretty sure that Fior thinks I'm gay. I don't know where she gets that idea. It's just the feeling I get from her, is that she thinks I'm gay.
Do you have any intention of learning a fighting style other than the Camus one?
Nah, I'm not really interested in any others. Besides, it wouldn't make sense to move on before I've mastered this one.
In the end, it's up to you. But it's unfortunate you don't see things the way I do. I learned about the Camus school of martial arts specifically through my studies of others.
Well, and what did you learn? That it's better than everything else? Because I'm pretty sure you said that in a private action. Besides that, I'd really like to master the style that I have. Like, it's a good style. Alright. You know the good guys. We gotta go to the inn, and pop back out and see if more private actions appear. We do this until we run out, and then we're heading to Santa Roll to turn in a couple quests and do some more private actions there.
Let's reconvene in front of the inn.
A few more.
Which type of woman do you prefer? The family or the work-oriented type?
That's a very difficult question. Someone who can hold down the fort while I'm gone would give me peace of mind.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. After all, it's the obvious answer. So many men want their partner to be a domestic castellan. Someone like me.
I guess you're right.
Absolutely someone like you.
What do you think this space place that Captain Kenny talks about is really like?
I can't even begin to imagine it.
Right, it was a pointless question. Please forget that I asked it. I can't even begin to imagine. I would really like to know, though.
Right? I didn't even think about it. I've never been to space. No, all of us have at this point, though, because we went on the ship for that short period of time.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Fidel, do you remember your first love?
My first love? I do remember my first girlfriend, so I guess.
Of course I remember.
Why do so many guys have to be such hopeless romantics?
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. Just don't think that if you break up with a girl, she'll still like you until the end of time.
That's not what you asked. You asked if I remember the person. You didn't even ask if I dated them or anything. It's kind of a weird question and a weird assumption to make after that question. That's alright. Alright, we're on private actions here. Now we're gonna go to Sandoval.
Victor, what do you think about Hana?
Hana is my subordinate. Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh, if she could hear you talk about her that way.
Hana is a professional soldier. She'd understand.
I see. Well, that's boring.
Besides, the woman I once loved is no more.
And Fiora's like intense about trying to learn about everybody's love life. Like she really just wants to know everything about everybody's love life. All of her private actions. And she has a mystery
You're
fiance.
surprisingly strong for an academic.
Thanks.
Don't you ever miss your life at the Institute?
A certain person always kept telling me I should get out more. Now that I finally have, I'm beginning to understand why.
It's also a dangerous place, though.
If things get dangerous, I know you'll protect me. You're dependable like that.
One certain person told her she should get out more. Like that defense.
That wasn't even worth it yet.
As close to perfect as it gets.
Remix. Some more Perryton droppings. I mean, at least Perryton droppings are good for something. They make it peaceful. I hate these little things. They run around all over the field. They're so hard to hit. Wolf fangs from Devil Children. Alright. Guess that makes sense. Same kind of way. They have wolf-like fangs. Oh, blue roses. There's some fishing. Thinking about it, I think I got a skill book that I can use to teach our good friend over here a new skill. So they slowly master their skills on their own as they use them. He's already learned another strike. Don't want to teach him something if I don't have 2 skill books for it. That's not really how a lot of people play, that's just how I particularly play. We'll have to try that one out here pretty soon too. Alright, let's move.
Yes?
We're done here.
Shotgun blast is a little different than what I'm used to. It's not really a very long range skill.
Minimal
That
casualties.
was it?
Beat Devil's Children. They're too hard to hit.
All be this easy?
That's why I use double slash so much on them. They're just really freaking hard to hit. Ouch. Everything in this game is probably one of the hardest things to do.
Let's keep moving.
Ugh, now my clothes are all dirty.
Look at the roses. I wonder what I've got that I can use that crafting for. I'm gonna try to avoid this fight. Come on. Spot these guys. There's 2 of them in there.
As close to perfect as it gets.
We're about halfway to Centerville from here.
Why can't they all be this
Ooh,
easy?
the signet card. Alright, there's a Cathedral of Oblivion here. Let's jump on in. Even if this still ends up being the level 1 Cathedral of Oblivion, it's still gonna have a lot of cash for the final fight. Not that we need too much. 214,000. But, you never know. Cash is always a boon. Man, that spell's badass.
Don't be fooled.
I think we did get into another level 1. Oh,
Close to perfect as it gets.
alright, that's fine. It is the first one, okay. So we're in the boss fight here. We're gonna wreck this door.
Try to withstand this. That wasn't even worth the
A
effort.
decisive win with minimal casualties.
That was it? I love learning.
Bonus dungeon complete. Good job, everybody. I'd like to thank the Academy for my cool abilities and shit. Just blow stuff to pieces in one attack. Boss mobs, it's whatever. I am like way high level than I should be at this area. Yeah, level 53. Yeah, I don't even think I'm like halfway through the game yet. Granted, I don't know if this game has like the whole Gosh, what am I trying to say?
Why can't they all be
Max level thing, like a lot of them, where like you get 99 and then you're done. Again, as I've said in some previous videos, I've never actually finished this game. I bought it, we moved back to Texas, and then I didn't get to play again. So if there is a max level, I just don't know what it is yet. I'm sure I'll find out before too terribly much farther in the game at this rate. I mean, I'm already in the 50s. Alright. Alright, now we're back to Santa Rule. We're going to go turn in some quests that we've been able to complete. And we're going to do some more private actions. So I guess with that, if I need to buy some stuff, I can call my bunny for it. The higher level it gets, of course, the more stuff my bunny will be able to get me.
Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to be an acquaintance of Mr. Oakville, would you?
In fact, I am. His first name is Victor, right?
You are? Oh, that's great. Excuse my forwardness, but could you please give him a message for me?
Sure.
Tell him that, Rebecca is okay. There's no reason to worry about me. Just take good care of yourself. That's all.
All right, you got it. I'll be sure to tell him.
Thank you. I really appreciate you passing this along.
So a strange request from a strange woman.
You are an acquaintance of Fiore.
Yes, and I hear you're the most brilliant person to ever work at the Institute, Cassius.
That is because being a child affords me a different frame of reference. I am not encumbered with the same prejudices of perception that afflict adults, and thus, I am more apt to make new discoveries.
Oh, so that's why.
Fidel, stop wandering off already!
I've got to go. Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Fiore, you like taking things apart and stuff, don't you?
Oh, you noticed. It's true. I can't help myself whenever I see small mechanical objects.
That's funny. I, on the other hand, learned how to take a good hard pounding thanks to Fiddly.
What?
When I was little, I used to play with boys a lot. We'd often battle with halberds and other weapons. Whenever I wanted to shake things up, I'd switch to morning stars and other weird ones.
Oh, I get it now. So that's what you meant.
Yeah, you old perverted woman. She's just taking a good hard pounding. Mm-hmm. Good grief. Why would you think that that's what she meant? Everything is relationship and sexual with your... Like, for real.
Is there anything better than a hot bath after training?
Where'd this come from?
I was just thinking that we haven't all taken a bath together recently.
Don't people usually take baths alone?
Discussing swordsmanship while your companion helps wash those hard-to-reach spots can refresh both your body and your mind. Let's take a bath together sometime.
It's a little forward thinking, don't you think? For a medieval age city time period. I'm just saying, it's pretty forward thought processing there, my friend. No wonder Fiora thinks that we're gay together. You say shit like that to me. I mean, granted, if I was gonna be gay in this universe, there are much uglier dudes than our good old buddy Victor here. He's at least got long hair. It's blonde even.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Scatter!
Do you like cooking, Miki?
Not really. I do like eating, though, so I cook whenever I want to eat something. It's a means to an end, that's all.
Even so, I think you're a great cook. You could open a restaurant if you wanted.
Coincidentally, I had a discussion about that with Fiddly and Ted not too long ago, but...
They were against it?
Well, they weren't necessarily against it. It's just that they both said the same thing would happen. You'd eat all the food by yourself.
Well, if you weren't such a piggy. Just from the way she talks about eating food, I know she eats more than I do.
I feel that toned physiques like yours and mine are perfect for military men.
Weird tone?
I'll admit, though, ripped bodies aren't bad on swordsmen either.
Ripped?
What do you say, Fidel? Would you like to bulk up and get ripped with me? It'd be fun to fight someone with a body like that just once.
I think I'll pass.
Man, Victor's like that big man's man, and he says stuff without thinking about it. And that's exactly 100% the reason that Fiora thinks that me and Victor are gay together, because he says stuff like that all the time. I mean, just a minute ago he asked me to take a bath with him in that other private action, and now he's like, hey man, ripped bodies are nice, but toned bodies are even better. You want to get ripped though? I'd like to fight a ripped dude. Really, man? Like, calm down. Just calm down. A little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Way down there again.
Whoops.
Oh, I ran over a cat. I'm a terrible person. Terrible person. Oh, now I ran through somebody
Hey,
there.
Fiddly. They say the fish is really good here. What do you say? Care to try some with me?
No, I'm good.
You still can't eat fish? Even Stoic Relia will laugh at you for being such a picky eater. You do know that, don't you?
I can eat fish if I want to. I just don't like it.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. The thing with eating that fish you caught only happened once. Are you seriously still caught up on it?
Please don't remind me.
What thing? What happened? So me and Victor are fairly similar, because Victor can't eat spinach, I guess. Let's see if there's any more. Like we finally completed all of them. Alright. Now we're gonna head for Stall. It'll take us a few minutes to get there because of course I've got to collect all the nodes and everything that I can on the way, guys. I got some quests to complete where I need some of that crafting material. I don't think they've reset yet either. No. So I'll be able to run through most of this area. Go for a more direct pathway back to Stall from here. But when we're on the coast of Minos and Mountain Pass.
Preemptive strike, go!
That wasn't even worth the effort.
Why can't they all be this easy? Got it!
Victories for both.
As close to perfect as it gets.
That was it?
Could have been worse, I guess.
Now my clothes are all dirty.
I must use
Shotgun
this gift
blast
to
is
protect
kind of a
others.
strange attack.
Decisive win with minimal
Alright, we'll make a
casualties.
pretty good time on this pretty straightforward path here. Ah, gotta be stunned.
Why can't they all be this easy?
Since we did the Cathedral of Darkness and I used my reserve rush. Rebuild all of that. I got 1, I had 4, close to 5, and I used 6.
That was it?
Almost back down to Miadoc. Man, that eruption attack is real freaking intense. I'm glad I taught that to Miki. I think I've gotten her into a good balance spot to roll too. She's on the path to magical attacks as well as her healing abilities.
Decisive win with minimal
That was
casualties.
it?
A warrior must continue to hone his skills.
Skip that one. Yep. Alright. As soon as we get down to the bottom of this, that'll get us back down into Miadoc, guys.
You've got
and
an
then we'll-
excellent touch. No one at the Institute is as good at healing as you.
Because I've studied it forever. It's the one thing I know I'm good at.
Hey, Fidel. Can I have this girl?
What the? I'm right here. Why are you asking him instead of me? And Fiddly, stop laughing and say something in my defense.
I mean, sure, Fiora, if you want her. She's not mine. Just really good childhood friends.
Scholarship and swordsmanship do have something in common.
I don't know about that. Although, in both disciplines, you must dedicate yourself to finding an answer. So there may be something to what you say.
That's not what I mean.
What?
Both words start with an S, have 3 syllables, and end with ship. Scholarship, swordsmanship. Isn't that interesting?
Don't tease me like that.
I don't know that she was teasing you, man. I mean, she's right. It's just a weird thing to draw on. I mean, I definitely didn't think that's what she was talking about when she said it either. I always want to call this the coast of minnows. Not minnows. But like the fish. Coast of Fishing Bay.
That was it?
So I definitely need to build up my reserve rush gauge quite a bit, just to, especially in this area, this isn't easy to do it. Most of the stuff here you can just wreck on.
Now my clothes are all dirty.
Alright, so we are going to try to collect all the resource notes, because again, like I said, we got to get some of those resources for some of the quests that we're on. Which means we're going to circle around to the left here first, and then we're going to come back up on the right side.
Spread out! Divide and conquer!
And go back, of course, and go to the Cliffside Path. Continue on our way to Stall for some more private actions.
That was a piece of cake.
What? It's over
Why
already?
can't they all be this easy?
It's also part of the reason that we're doing some of these fights. But another big reason we're doing some of these fights is just for that SP. I don't know really what's happening after this. This is as far as I've ever been in this game. So, in order to make up for some of that, we're going to do some of the farming and stuff that normally we probably wouldn't. Alright, we have another Cathedral of Oblivion we're going to run through.
As close to perfect as it gets.
Why can't they all be this easy?
As close to perfect as it gets.
So yeah, I think this is another one of the level 1 Cathedral of Oblivions. I guess level 2 doesn't unlock till we unlock a little bit more story. Yep. These are the same bosses before. I'm calling it level 1 because I feel like they're supposed to get harder over time. Yeah, so that was way easier than the first time I came here. That's another 5,000 full. I mean, that's not that we need a ton of full. We're at 256k. So we're doing pretty good. Alright, let's jump out of this cathedral and we'll continue along the coast. Again, gathering resource nodes, and then we're gonna go on the mountain path for that lovely road to solve. With some of those private actions. Trying to do this thing at 100%, even though it's my first playthrough of the whole game. So please be patient with me, and hope you guys are enjoying everything so far. I'm trying to make it fun, even though I know like some of this farming stuff is kind of a boring thing to watch, especially when I wreck stuff so easily. I appreciate all you guys for sticking around and hanging out and watching this. If you want to see some of the previous play of me doing this, I do have my previous streams up on my YouTube channel. You should be able to find it. Justin Butler, and that's my YouTube channel. I would love it if you guys wanted to hang out and watch some of that. Fast forward to whatever you need to fast forward to, just see the private actions in the story. And if anybody watching this thinks that was a shameless plug for my YouTube channel, it absolutely was. I do this just for fun, but I also do this so that if somebody wants to watch it and see what I do and how I play games, they're more than welcome to. Of course, my YouTube channel has more than just Star Ocean on it. I believe it's got a couple Destiny 1 videos that I've done. And I know for a fact it's got a couple campaigns, bits and pieces for Dungeons and Dragons.
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
I really don't do a whole lot of video editing either, guys, so I'm sorry about that. If you're looking for highly edited YouTube content, probably not going to see it at this point. If it was something that I did to make money, for a living kind of thing, it was a different. But it's more something that I just do, have fun, enjoy. So there's that little shameless plug for anybody who is interested in going into
Such easy prey.
Why can't they all be this easy?
It always tells me that I pick up blueberries, but I'm pretty sure I've been maxed out on blueberries on this single Water queen, huh? Aqua Regia. Aqua being water, Regia being queen.
Could have been worse, I guess.
A little bit of Latin for anybody who didn't know. This will be the last one right here. Wow, a lot of items. We're gonna head back. Head on to actually run for the first time ever. I didn't run from any other battle until then. It's the very first retreat. I'm actually gonna have to give myself some MP.
That was it?
I run through MP like a...
Hey, are you alright?
Oh, sorry. I was deep in concentration.
On what exactly?
On memorizing all the tenets of basic sigmaturgical theory. Whew. If you want to stay sharp, you have to keep using your brain. Ergo, I was performing a bit of mental maintenance.
So, studying and fighting are the same in that respect.
Alright. Now we're on the mountain pass. We're making great time. We're passing on the cliff, I guess you would call it. Again, making great time. And we're gonna do some more fighting here. So all these resource nodes again. Trying to get these resource nodes quests. And the reason that we're actually traveling to Saul is for private action. Most of this video is actually been private action, so we're making good time through all of these areas in order to get to those private actions. We'll try to skip this battle if we can. Let's get this resource node. Alright. We do have several open quests right now. Some of them are in Santarol, which we've already visited. There isn't anything that we did at that point. And then most of them are central to Zuria, which will be the area that we head to after Stall.
Fidel, are you up for a sparring match?
You bet. Hey, what's wrong?
Sorry. Let's do it another day.
Huh? But why?
The sun's at an odd angle here. Someone's eyes are bound to get hurt.
I don't know. Aren't you worrying a bit too much?
I think he's afraid I'm gonna kick his butt. But that kind of like
As close to perfect as it gets.
Why can't they all be this easy?
making good progress so far, guys. Good so far, guys.
A decisive win with minimal
Through
casualties.
here really quick, and I think we're building up a really good amount of SP,
Must use this gift to protect others.
so that we'll be able to upgrade some of our roles and specialties and things. I've got my harvesting specialty, and my fishing specialty, and my mining specialty all leveled up to 7 right now, so that I'm more likely to have a success when I do these. Less likely to have what just happened right there. But it's not a guarantee yet, as it just showed. But I have that leveled up so that I can possibly finish some of the quests that I have a little bit earlier, easier, and sooner than otherwise. We're about halfway back to Saul from here. Track record, give you that fog. which is basically instead of having auto lock on, which is the way that this game usually goes. 1,000 victories. How about that, guys? You kind of have to actually manually aim your character, and that's really difficult. You wouldn't think it would be, but when you're used to just being able to click the button and they move on the field by themselves, it's a lot harder to manually get up on something. Something weird.
Great job! Let's keep moving.
We're done here.
Amber. Silver. 4,000 skill points now. That's a good number. I think what I need to upgrade next is I've got my base compounding and collecting materials covered up pretty well. I think some all of and things like that where I have a better chance of getting loot I think I've got all those around the
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
all the ones that I currently have unlocked anyway. So I think that's probably the next thing I'm going to try with my skill points to up.
Take advantage of this!
Why can't they all be this easy?
I still can't unlock chests either. I don't know how far into the game I have to go to be able to do that, but it's a little bit frustrating because there's a bunch of them. I'm in the very first city there are chests that I can't unlock right now. And it's in my own training hall, like I don't have the key for that. I don't know about you, but I've got stuff locked up in one of my places that have a key. And that's just me personally.
We have the advantage! That was a piece of cake.
Don't take me so lightly.
There's one final node up here. We'll grab it and then we will be in stall for some more private actions. After we go through stall, we're going to continue around. We're going to go through the Dakar footpath and then through Central Rosalia Plains. That'll get us to Capital. After we go to the Capital, we're going to go up towards the Soma region. I believe I've got a quest up there to defeat something. And then after we defeat that, I will be going to look for
Let's meet at the training
look
hall.
for the continuation of the game's story.
Miki, are you being a part of the team and pulling your own weight? You're not just bumbling around and holding everyone back, are you?
I'm fine. I might not look it, but I'm actually a lot stronger now. What about you, Tet? You're not slacking now that Fiddly's not around, are you?
Hey, I'm still an assistant instructor, you know. I teach the village children about swordsmanship. Don't you worry.
What about your eye training? You're not skipping out on that, are you? So you are slacking. I knew it. You're a lost cause.
Come on, man. We're swords bros. Alright, this is going to be a lot of in and out of my house to find all of these.
What do you think of children who are selfish?
You don't want to constantly indulge them, but as an adult, you have to grin and bear it sometimes. That's how kids are.
I agree. It's only natural for them to be selfish at that age, and yet Relia...
Not only that, but she keeps everything bottled up inside.
It's not enough to just protect her physically. It's also our responsibility to protect her emotionally.
Except we gave Relia to Emerson and Anne, and then they lost her to Kronos. Not that we know that yet. I mean, we do as people watching this right now, because we got to see that cutscene. However, our characters have yet to find out that she's been lost, which is no bueno. Like, that's a little messed up. Not that it's their fault, though. Alright, some more private actions. Let's find out some more
Let's
about
meet at
these
the trading
characters. Just one this time. That doesn't mean there's only one total. It just means that one person could be involved in more than one at this point.
Something is thirsting for blood. There it is.
What's wrong?
Come get some.
What are you doing, Victor? It's just a cat.
Don't stop me, Miki. This is something I have to do for myself.
Oh, wait, are you afraid of cats?
I'll let it slide for today. Count yourself lucky, cat.
You sound exactly like a sore loser.
Victor is a big, strong, burly man. Can't eat spinach and he's afraid of cats, guys. Character flaws are what make good characters. At least one more private action. Possibly more. Looks like Victor's got another one out here on this platform. Which, by the way, is like a sick platform to train on.
I don't like the looks of this.
His skills are impressive. I wonder if he'd accept an offer to fight.
Victor, he's an old man. What are you talking about?
Please, don't be ridiculous, Miki. He's clearly the master of something.
Well, he looks like an ordinary old man to me. I think he might be deaf. I knew it. He's just an ordinary old guy.
So he thinks I'm not even worth glancing at, does he? Then I'll show him by training even harder.
What the?
Yeah, there's a bunch of cats in this game. They're all over every city. Anne has lost a cat. And like one of her big deals in private actions is she searches for her cat. Alright, see if there's some more private actions in town. Yep.
Let's
Still
meet at the
hanging out
trading
at the
hall.
stall. Let's see. Oh, they went way up there to the grocery store. Excuse me. Try really hard not to run into anybody.
One time, when Fiddly and I were little, we got lost while playing on a mountain and had to spend the night there. I was 6 when it happened, and Fiddly was 11, I think.
I didn't know you were so
23.
mischievous.
I got scared and started to cry. So Fiddly tried to make me feel better, saying, "Calm down, there's nothing to worry about." But when I woke up in the morning, Fiddly's eyes were all puffy and red. Apparently, he'd been crying during the night.
Well, that's to be expected from a young child, after all.
But every time I tell this story, he insists that he never cried. He says that I just made that part up.
Men are like that. Show him some sympathy.
there's any more. I wish it would just move them around after you get one or two. So you didn't have to just keep doing like I'm doing right now. Alright, that's all the public action, or private actions, not public, for Stall right now. So now we're going to head towards the capital, taking the Decal footpath. Of course, we're going to try to gather some resource nodes on that way, so that we can finish some of these open quests. Alright, so here we go. Granted, I think some of these quests I can't really finish because I have to continue along the storyline to actually finish them. That's alright. I really don't like fighting these bats either, they usually mess me up pretty hard.
Why can't they all be this easy?
So like over here, there's a little side path with bats in it. I'm not even gonna bother. We're just gonna continue forward. And then there's the bandits cave and everything this other way too, which we could technically go through and get some more fighting and stuff done, but there aren't resource over there, so save us some time. We're gonna continue around this way. As I said before, I did a little bit of farming offline while I couldn't really speak because I was sick. So we're trying to cut down on some of that farming that is in stream today. Get more of the private actions and things, and learn a little bit about some of the characters.
Another trial.
I really hope she gets that skill leveled up. It's a pretty strong skill, really. It hits several times, it knocks them up into the air. This side just a bit. Grab a few more resources.
Too easy. Strike, go! Eat this!
What did they all
Bunch up here. Look at bats. Oh, clear the bin. Don't like the bats. Get my resource out. I like that thing to be pretty cool. Experience and money to lose.
Now my clothes are all dirty.
Coming up on about 10 hours of gameplay now, guys, and we're doing really well as far as leveling everything goes. Probably way above the level that we need to get to the end of the game.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
That was it?
That's all the resource nodes here in the Decal footpath. Fight before here and then the central room.
Why can't they all be this easy?
We're gonna catch a save real quick, guys. Gonna get rid of the video broadcast for a second, but that's alright. Alright. Video's back. Going on to the Central Azulia Plains.
Close to perfect as it gets.
I still think of all the monsters in this game, the Unicorn Wolf is probably the funniest name for a monster.
Decisive win with minimal casualties.
I love learning.
Got a level. Nope, Fior. Fior leveled up. Come over here and fight these little scumbags. If they're not.
Victories for God.
They're thieving scumbags now. Moved up from apprentice scumbag to thieving scumbag in the area.
As close to perfect as it gets.
Well-aged cheese. Bulls in the center there. Go ahead and come over and fight him real quick. That was probably a little bit overkill. These guys too. These need oak planks and these are tree type enemies.
Opportunity, go! People let you get away! That was a piece of cake.
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
I must use this gift to protect others.
Give me another level. That pumps us almost 55. Blueberries and a tomato.
Take advantage of this!
As close to perfect as it gets.
Mushroom, mushroom. Mushroom. Oh, paralyzed. Basil.
Alright, bring it on!
I need to get a book so that I can teach Mickey how to use Cure Ailment, because as soon as she can learn that, I don't have to worry so much about making sure that I have all those healing type items. Spices, really. Most of them are like basil and things like that. Paralysis and stuff.
Go!
That wasn't even worth the effort.
I am without limits.
Another level. I just had to look over there real quick, make sure there wasn't a cathedral of Oblivion in your area. Before continuing. Yeah, Victor, saved my butt. Try not to hit him with the wrong type of attack there.
Why can't they all be this easy?
Bushy fur. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab this. We're gonna go jump off that ledge over there to the lower part, grab the few resource nodes on the way around, and then that'll get us up to the
Strikes
capital.
first has the upper hand.
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
2 fire gems. Alright, so we're gonna jump off the ledge here. And there's a mining node. Alright, there. We can fight these trees, because like I said, I think they have a chance to drop some oak planks. And I need this.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
What? It's over already?
Stick ebony. I wonder what dropped this enemy, if that was the tree or the bumblebee.
We have the advantage.
Easy break.
Ooh, I'm out of here. After we get up to the ruling capital, we're going to
That was it.
stay at the inn before we head to Soma. Looking at it, even good buddy Victor.
That was a mistake.
As close to perfect as it gets.
Yeah, but I switched to Victor there. Man, I'm really far away from Fidel.
A decisive
Oh
win
yeah,
with minimal
I'm playing
casualties.
as the wrong person. Whoops. Alright, now we're about to be at the capital. Quick stop at the end, go to the Salma region. Because I'm pretty 100% sure that there's something up there. Plants, caterpillar, fungus. Death to the Dine and Dasher. Northern Territory of Salma. course, we're gonna do the
Okay then,
private action.
let's reconvene in front of the
So we'll
inn.
grab some real quick before we go in the inn anyway. Get this one done.
I don't know about you, but I had such a hard time deciding where to get my first signet.
Huh.
I asked for it on my right cheek. I really thought it would add some dash and daring.
You did?
I must have been going through a rebellious phase. Yeah, that's it.
And what an unconventional one. I wish I could have seen it.
Asking for a tattoo on your cheek, that'd be a little strange. Alright, we're gonna stay at the inn. We're gonna go out and do more private actions before we continue on to the northern Soma region for that quest. And after we go through those quests, or that quest rather, I mean, it could possibly finish some other quests on the way. We can only hope. We will continue on with the main storyline. Trying to do this at as close to 100% as I can. I'm not looking at any kind of guides or anything. I'm just
Okay
going
then,
along with it.
let's
So.
reconvene in front of the inn.
This is just kind of how I work as an RPG player. It's Fior.
If a guy ignores a woman for 3 years without even sending her a single letter, do you think that means he's forgotten her?
What would the woman think?
After 3 years with no contact? That relationship's dead. But I'm asking about guys. You're crazy about swords and he's crazy about research. You're exactly alike.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Now, what would suit him best? I know that something heavy won't do. It really is hard to pick a present for someone without them here.
What are you trying to pick a present for? Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick break to run to the bathroom, and then we'll be right back. Welcome back from the bathroom break. Hope that wasn't too terribly long for anybody. And we're gonna run up to the northern region of Soma. As it's still
I saw a beautiful green frog after the rain let up.
Are frogs that rare of a sight?
While there are many species of frog that inhabit my country, this was one that doesn't.
That makes sense then. Unfortunately, I don't know much about frogs.
I hear they're delicious if you grill them with salt. Want to catch one and eat it?
I must respectfully decline.
quite the picky eater. Apparently. No frog. No spinach. And then he's scared of cats. Apparently Fidel doesn't like fish. Which to me is probably the strangest of all of them so far. Because he's a fisher. I'm a fisher as him. We're gonna bump up some stuff real quick. Ecology, zoology, entomology, and botany. Hello, Polished Orphan. Polished Orphan. How's it going? Glad you're here to watch for the chat a little bit. Good to see new faces in the chat. I also think Polished Orphan's a pretty good name. Pretty unique. So we're looking for a mob here. Special mob.
As close to perfect as it gets.
Strikes first has the upper hand. That was a piece of cake.
That was it?
From what I've played it so far, I'd give this game a good 4.5 out of 5 stars. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. The character development's really good, which I think is something that really makes a good game. The battle is pretty seamless. There's no loading screens in between, fights or anything like that. Pretty intuitive for the most part. And the storyline so far has been really, really good. Just the main plot of the game. Very, very in-depth, and it doesn't leave a whole lot of holes. So it does make for a pretty good game, I would say. As far as RPGs go, I would give this a pretty good rating. Like I said, about a 4.5 out of 5. I mean, really, it also kind of depends on what you're looking for in the game. Is there anything particular you're looking for in a game? Do you know the Star Ocean series very well? Anything like that? Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. If you're big into RPGs and things, really good character development, beautiful game. I mean, the graphics in it are fantastic, so I would definitely recommend it. I think they did a very, very good job on this one, and it has some of those RPG elements that are a little bit more intuitive than some of the large open world RPG elements. Granted, this is fairly open world because you can travel around, but like the crafting system, it's in the menu. It tells you exactly what you need to craft things, so that you can craft things a little bit more easily than otherwise, which can be a pain in the neck for some of the games with the worst crafting system. The leveling system is very nice.
What do you think of the clothes I showed you?
I don't know if they're quite my style.
You know, you should wear that kind of outfit while you're still young.
I've been meaning to address the issue of your outfit for some time now, Lady Brunelli. But now seems like...
Drop it for the time being. We're in a hurry, remember?
Then I'll write it down as a missive.
Perseverance must be one of the requirements to join the King's Chosen.
Sorry about that. And you really can fine-tune how you want your characters to be and how you want them to act. You can kind of, all the people that you're not doing with the roles, you can change how they attack, what they attack, where they focus on, and things like that, which I think is a really good balanced part of the game. Being able to basically program your NPCs. Alright, so we're about to continue along with the story now. Don't really need to stay at the end. So to do this, we gotta go out this way. And we're heading towards the Tricutter region. I actually haven't visited this shop in a while. Sure, I'm not running low on any crafting materials from either of these shops, just in case I need to make myself something. So let's head to the Tricutter region, continue along with this story a little bit. For those of you who have been watching, just a quick reminder of what's happened thus far. Most recently, we gave Relia over to Emerson and Anne to take care of, and they said they would watch over her, and they got in a scuffle in space, had to blow up their spaceship. We're able to make it back down to Bakery 4, which is the designation of the planet that Fidel and Yuki and Victor and Dior in their path to escape. So after we let them go, we don't know that they had to come back to this planet yet as actual characters of the game. So far, we are continuing along trying to help stop the war that's been going most of the game. We're currently heading to assist in the war effort. Just as a little bit of a forward right now. Anybody watching thinks I'm a little bit overpowered. I kind of am.
As close to perfect as it gets.
That was it?
I spend a lot of time playing RPGs, and I really like to farm up and get strong. Well, I'm glad you're gonna buy it, man. It's a really good game. I think you'll enjoy it a lot. Alright, I think that actually finished a quest for us right there. Interestingly enough. We won't go back just right now. We're about to go through another area, get to another area. When we get to that other area, we're going to run around and explore a little bit before we continue anywhere else.
Once we're beyond Sword of View, we should head southwest to find the Western Dakov Tunnel.
Okay. I try really hard, just in case anybody in the chat thinks it's a little weird that I go quiet. Anytime the characters are having a moment, any kind of private action or anything where they talk amongst each other, I try to not be too loud, because I think the character development's really good in this game and I don't want anybody to miss it. Alright, so we're going to go through the Dakov Tunnel down here. We're going to catch a quick save, so it's going to turn off the video again. So just give it just a couple seconds and the video will be back. Alright. So this is a new area that we've never been at yet. Let's see what it looks like here in a second. This kind of looks like a mine. I wonder if I can get any good mining out of this area. I hope so.
Take advantage of
I'm from down in Texas. Born and raised in the Panhandle area of Texas.
Minimal casualties.
I love my state. I love the country that I live in. I think, overall, I'm fairly happy with where I come from.
Why can't they all be? Must use this gift to protect others.
A crystal. I need a crystal for something. Ireland. Wow, man. It's awesome to meet you. I'm glad you decided to hang out in my stream for a while. That's amazing. I've never been. I'd love to go visit some of those places overseas from here. Ireland's pretty much one of the top on my list. Two Damascus steel, nice. Oh, I think I can create a new weapon now. Hold on. I can.
How's this?
A venom sword. Yeah, let's check that out. Oh, it's better than what I've got too. And it has a chance to poison. I'm gonna have to farm this area for a bit just for that Damascus steel, man. That's awesome. But yeah, it's nice to meet you two, man. Like I said, I'm glad you tuned into the stream. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Alright, man, have a good one. I hope you like the game.
I am without limits.
That's not true, and we both know it, Victor. Real wall bow. Against all of us, doesn't maybe have a chance. Why can't they all be this easy?
That was it?
A locked chest again. Can't wait till I get to the point where I can start unlocking chests. I don't know how far into the game that is from where I am right now, but I really want it to happen. Let me check something out real quick. Defeated game. Only got everything for that. Everything for that as well. Seven pieces of coal. 7 zephyrs. Chaos quartz. But I mean, they dropped the Damascus steel. That's what I need for a large portion of the stuff that I'm doing. Oh, there's the coal. Definitely need some more coal too.
As close to perfect as it gets.
That was it?
Wow, there's a bunch of people.
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
Collect as much coal as I possibly can.
Why can't they all
As close to perfect as it gets.
Definitely gonna do a little bit of farming here, guys, before we actually continue on with the story, because this place has some good stuff in it. And we've completed a bunch of missions, so we're probably gonna run back and turn in those missions just to see if it drops any new missions for us as well. It really does look big. We're gonna save real quick before we go in there. And I don't know about some of the people who play games like Skyrim and stuff like that, who like the fact that you can save anywhere and everywhere on the world. But me personally, I like being kind of forced into a situation where I've got to be conscious about when I save. Retarded amount of HP. Damn.
Could have been worse, I guess.
Dang.
I love learning.
That experience though, guys. Oh my god. Close.
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
I know that was a quest. Alright, so now the plan is to go back to Center Rosalia, and then we're gonna go back to Central too. Because we have a lot of the things that we need for these quests. If it's going to give us more quests that we can complete sooner rather than later, the better. It's better to really try to go through and complete them early. Just for the straight up experience, if nothing else. I mean, that's why we're where we are right now. Like, I'm at level 57. And I'm pretty sure I should only be around 40s-ish at this stage of the game. And we're definitely going to take the time to kill these Damascus foots that are in this cavern as well. enemies and they just they drop Damascus Steel. It's kind of an expensive thing to craft on my own. If I can just get it to drop. These things count as like plants. They kind of look plant-ish. Or I wonder what kind of creature they technically are. Just by the way, for everybody who's watching this, I would consider today's play a success. You got somebody to try the game out. That's the biggest thing that makes some of this as rewarding as it is that somebody else is willing to try out a game just because of my opinion.
A decisive win with minimal casualties.
Oh no. I'm dazed. These drop coal too.
As close to perfect as it gets.
Why can't they all be this easy?
I got turned around there. Alright, so let's go turn in some quests real quick. Biggest thing about turning in these quests is it gives me some of those specialties and things, which allows me to get more equipment and things faster. And, I mean, it's like a bunch of experience just to do them. They're all, I mean, bonus and side quests. You don't have to do any of them. But, I mean, if you're not willing to spend some time on a game like this, why would you get this kind of game? You know? That's the main thing of RPGs, is all the side stuff. That's where you find the story, that's where you find the cool characters, that's where you find the awesome equipment. I mean, I know some people like to just basically be handed the most powerful stuff as possible. And there are people who take advantage of that stuff on Twitch and YouTube, showing people, you know, you just want the best start ever, go here, and there's hundreds of them. For all sorts of different games. And the different playstyles for each game too.
A warrior must continue to hone his skills.
So I mean, it's just one of those things that kind of irritates me a little bit about some of that stuff. I like to play the game for the game, not just to be an OP son of a gun. I end up being an OP son of a gun because of how I play the game, but I'm not trying to find shortcuts to get there. I work hard to get there. I guess that's really what I'm saying, is these kinds of games require some hard work, but that makes them all the more fun and all the more rewarding when you finally finish the game, when you've busted your tail to try to do anything and everything you can in that game. To me, that just makes the game be more worthwhile, I guess. No new quests here.
Sorry.
But it did give us a lot of stuff. A ton of experience in full. we're gonna try to get to Santa Rule as quick as we can. Gotta check something real quick. So I need to keep at least 5 hunks of Damascus steel. We're gonna hold off on that one actually. We're gonna go ahead and continue with the story from here. For more than one reason really. I think I'm going to try to craft and see if I can craft anything that's better than the equipment that I currently have for any of my characters. Like the Venom Blade that I did earlier.
Mission accomplished.
Got a Rune Blade. Ooh. Heck yeah. See, I could create this, but I've already created an armor plating that's better, so I'm not going to. Maybe later, when I have like an excess of some stuff, I might.
It's done.
Crystal Road. Music is a little too hard. Sorry man, I'm just using the streaming service right off the PlayStation. All I can tell you is maybe just turn down the music a little bit.
It's ready.
But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the game itself. But thanks for chopping in, even if you just dropped in for the moment. Let's see, maybe I can change the music a little bit. How's that? That should help a little bit with the music. Pull it down just a tad. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, this is a fantastic game. It's put together really well. It's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And the story's great. The characters are funny. Fantastic. I think it's probably one of the better put together RPGs out there. It probably doesn't get enough traction anymore these days because most people are into the big games from Bethesda and stuff like that. So unfortunately, some of these better games that have been around for a long time really don't get as much foot traffic as they should. Because Star Ocean's been around for a long time and I've always loved the series. So this is just a great title that goes in with it.
Quick, we have the advantage.
Decisive win with minimal casualties.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
Don't take me so lightly!
Gotta go back through those Damascus caves. Yeah, man, the visual effects of the game and some of these attacks are pretty wicked. I don't think you've seen it yet. They've got one where there's like this huge explosion, and it's huge. They make it look amazing. Hey Nathan, how's it going, man? Yeah, it's one of the moves Mickey can use. She uses an explosive move. It's pretty sick.
That's all you got?
Could have been worse, I
We're
guess.
done here.
It's good to hear from you again. I know shit's going bad around the house, but it's alright, man. If you ever need anybody, I'm here to talk. That's enough of that little spiel. That's good, man. That's real good. Sorry stuff's been bad, and I understand, dude. So, for any of the D&D or anything, whenever you're ready to come back in, your character's still there, man. I've been Jaegering a few people here in the last month or so, so it's all good. I'm sure the party would be happy to have another healing member return. He's also tanky.
A decisive win with minimal
Why can't they
casualties.
all be this easy?
He who strikes first has the upper hand.
Don't take me so lightly!
As close to perfect as it gets.
Alright guys, we're gonna fight everything in the tunnels again. Especially these Damascus swords. They thought that was good. I've really kind of been waiting for it for a while. Yeah man, Star Ocean's been really good for a long time. I played it all the way back PlayStation 2 and stuff. I don't know that I've played every installment of the series, but it's always been a really good series that I've loved. It's one of those games that has great character development, beautiful scenery, great art. It's just an overall good game, if you ask me.
This should be a good warm-up.
And I think on this one, they did a lot of really nice things. What was it? The installment before this, they did some battle updates and stuff. You know, where you see your opponents on the field and everything.
A
But
decisive win with minimal
there was a
casualties.
small loading screen in between battles. The screen would like kind of shatter or whatever, and then you go into a battle from there. I like this one because it's more of just straight in. There's no lag. You're in the battle, you're out of the battle. Battle's over. You know, quick, efficient, seamless.
As close to perfect as it gets.
Only loading screens is when you go from an area to another area. I'm all about that. Even for most cutscenes, there's not a loading scene. It's just you're in the cutscene now.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
Makes for a little bit faster gameplay. I mean, a lot of bit faster gameplay. But it also brings a little bit more of that immersion into the game. you run into something, there's not a gap in between fighting it and anything else. You just go right in. So the fact that they made that happen in this game is awesome to me.
This should be a good warm-up. Double slash! That wasn't even worth
Why
the
could
effort.
they all be this easy?
Take advantage here! Strike, go! That was a piece of cake.
Don't take me so lightly.
That was it?
Such easy prey.
People let you get away?
Hopefully, since we came through this tunnel twice for just Damascus Steel, we'll still have enough
Why
of that
can't they
mission
all
when we
be
finally
this
do go back to Santa Roll here after a bit. Because I'm sure after the next
I must
main
use this
story
gift
arc
to protect
part,
others.
we will actually end up going back to Santa Roll to turn in some missions, and grab some new missions from Capital and Santa Roll both.
Spread out! Divided! Double slash!
That was it?
This is where we want those big, huge, moving armors. And we're going out to trick her now.
We should head northeast. That way, we'll arrive at the far end of Eastern Tracur, and we can rendezvous with the other members of the detachment.
This should be a good warm-up. That was a piece of cake.
Don't take me so lightly.
Alright, so he wants us to head over to that mission area right there immediately. If I can manage, there's a bonus dungeon you can see on the map right here, down to the bottom left.
As close to perfect as
Hey man, this is it. This is it right here. This is the game that you were looking forward to. And it's a good one.
Quick, you have the advantage.
If it was just on my profile, I'd send you my login and you can play that way, but it's I have the actual game disc. But hey man, if you ever have some free time, my wife said military training till the 19th. You can just swing on by, play some games sometime in the afternoon or on a weekend if you have time. A lot of the house is packed up for us moving to a new apartment complex, but I mean,
Boys,
more than
they're
one.
always so curious.
Alright. Can't talk to anybody yet. There's a healing node. There's the major.
All soldiers form up! Don't let the enemy use their gleaming sticks. If by
understand, man.
chance you do, don't let them hit you. No matter what. Those weapons may be intimidating when wielded by a group, but they're nothing individually. Remember, we have chosen this plan precisely because it provides the main force a strategic advantage. Should we fail, all it will provide them is a swift death. Now go and do us proud! We shall now commence Operation Snake Eyes. All units, move out!
Yeah, man. I mean, if you ever need a place to be at, just to get out of the house sometimes, I'm here.
Lady Brunelli. Fidel. Miki. Let's move.
Man, that's a lot of experience so far. Hey, it's Emerson and Anne.
That can wait till the battle first.
Was that Emerson? Emerson
Very quick.
Fidel, concentrate on the enemies in front of you. Mission accomplished. Definitely not the time for coffee.
This whole mission is predicated on our victory.
There seem to be fewer soldiers using gleaming sticks than before.
Leave the fighting to us soldiers and try not to get in over your head.
What are you doing? There are hardly any of them. Trample them if you have to.
Looks like they're moving.
People want to get away! People want to get away! People want to get away!
Kind of. I mean, it kind of definitely has some aspects of similar to all those.
Protect me.
We need to take out
I've got your back. Together we'll show the wrath of the storm.
Let's finish this operation as quickly as possible.
Ah, that might just work.
Taking Emerson's always good to go.
Train the code.
Rasulian soldiers have been spotted infiltrating the eastern gates. We'll be caught between two separate forces if we don't do something.
I'll show those plane squatters mercy this time. Come on, you bastards. Let's bolt.
That's right, fool. Run away.
You promised us. I'm sorry.
Hit him. He lost the girl.
If you're not
Not
gonna
his
punch
fault.
the living daylights out of them, then I definitely will. What are you doing? Why won't you let me at them?
Punching them won't solve any of our problems, Miki. The only thing it'll prove is that your fist can bruise just like anyone else's.
What are we going to do now?
It seemed as if we vastly underestimated the extent to which Kronos values Relia. We never thought they would go to such lengths to obtain her. And as you already know, we have neither our ship nor a clue as to her whereabouts.
Great, so we can't do anything.
I assure you that rescuing Relia is just as important to the Federation as it is to you.
So you'll help us pry her from their clutches? Of course.
Sadly, we have no leads.
Did you also lose all that stuff along with your ship?
What stuff?
You know, the data we retrieved from the laboratory before it exploded. Do you still have any of it?
Oh, how unlike me. That completely slipped my mind.
I guess I got mentally tripped up too. So, we might have something after all, huh?
We'll go right to the Symbological Research Facility and review the data there.
How long will that take?
1 or 2 hours at most.
Please don't come back empty-handed.
I won't.
Okay, then let's reconvene in this room when we're done.
Situation permitting, I'll also lend a hand.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, at least they admitted that they lost her. They didn't try to hide from us or anything. They just know I'm such a badass, they need my help to get her back. That's what it really is.
They left behind some transmissions between them and another facility.
What's that mean for us?
It means there's someone else involved.
I see. So you're implying that the enemy must have at least one more base of operations besides that research facility.
Is Relia there?
I can't say for sure. It is, however, worth investigating. Even if we don't find her, we'll likely come away with some helpful information anyway.
The unfortunate thing is we haven't identified its location.
But you know where to start, right? Let's hear it.
Very well. All signs point to Kronos engaging in the study of symbometrics.
Symbometrics?
We have techniques that resemble what the people on your planet have termed signaturgy, but we call them symbology. Examining those techniques scientifically and systemizing them is called symbometrics. Regrettably for us, Kronos' advancements in this field make us seem like barbarians by comparison.
So you can't analyze them?
Sadly, no.
Wow. From my point of view, you two can do almost anything.
We have no recourse since there is no database from which to draw precedent. Also, I'd venture your planet's signaturgy is almost as advanced as our symbology.
You think so?
If my theory is correct, then we could analyze the various energy wave patterns emitted by signaturgical techniques and run them past the quad scanner's AI, which might allow us to detect some waves that Kronos' symbology-based equipment could not. Fiore, would you be willing to impart the full extent of your signaturgical knowledge to us for this purpose?
If you were just a nosy scholar, my only response would be 3 swift kicks to the shins. But for Relia's sake, I'll do it.
Thank you so very much.
I'm getting butterflies in my stomach just thinking how my knowledge could open up a new world to everyone.
Then I shall get started on the recording process immediately. Afterwards, I'll set to analyzing all the information we obtained. A word of caution, though. Depending on the volume of data, the process could take an exceedingly long time.
Well, it is what it is. No helping that. So how much time do you think you'll need?
I assume one night will be sufficient.
A whole night?
It would only be an instant if we had our ship.
There's no need to get anxious now. Let's get some sleep and then reconvene on the morrow.
Yeah, I really enjoy the anime girls' costumes too. Especially Lady Fiore. Hers is pretty intense. I'm just saying. Oh, that's my dad. He's a bamf.
Sorry.
Should also give us access to another quest board, I think. I hope. Yeah, almost every other city that we find gives us one. Right? Guess we can spend some of our vast fortune. Trying to remember what everybody's type of armor and stuff is. This guy. Let me craft some stuff I haven't been able to.
It's everything I hoped for.
Hot chocolate.
I'd buy it.
Tiramisu. I don't know.
It's ready.
And chocolate scones. Poison hemlock. I forgot.
Mission accomplished.
What a masterpiece.
High grade ink.
Order up.
Reinforced gunpowder.
Success.
Light paint. Some high strength adhesive.
It's done.
Success.
Ice paint. More alchemist water. Mithril. Platinum. All those.
That's it?
Yeah, you got it, man.
And here we go.
I gotta make one.
Order up.
It's ready.
That's it?
And here we go.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, chai tea.
It's everything I hoped for.
I'd buy it.
Cheese fondue.
I'd buy it.
That I just used, you got. Not really. More tree. I can't leave the area. Alright, I guess it's time for bed.
sorry.
What the? Did people leave or something?
You have it basically figured out, right?
For the most part. But there's still...
What are you doing up this late at night?
Nothing much.
I'm so sorry I couldn't keep my promise to protect Relia.
Chin up, Emerson. I know full well that Relia's predicament isn't your guys' fault. If anyone should be sorry, it's me, not you. There's no excuse for the way I've behaved toward you recently.
And with that manly apology of yours goes the last shred of my dignity.
You didn't have any.
I know you feel bad, but Relia's safety is more important than any of our feelings. We can't get her back without you.
You have my word for sure this time. I'll do whatever it takes to save Relia.
It's a good thing to know.
Pardon me.
You said pardon me to a cat.
Done with the analysis?
That we are, sir. We were able to confirm trace energy readings that emanate from the banks of the Isok River in Trekur.
Could the readings possibly be from some other type of structure?
According to our map, there are no visible man-made structures in the area.
That's suspicious.
I say, we go check it out.
And we're off, people.
Alright, now I kind of have to re-equip Emerson and Anne, because when people leave your party, they lose pretty much everything. Alright, Emerson. Had some stuff that I liked for you. Menace. Sharpshooter. Shame Slayer on you. Hothead. Offensive. Brawler. Defender. And Pulverizer. HP. My bracelet. Some more private action.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
I just realized something. You don't two-time your women.
That's because I can't juggle 2 relationships at the same time.
Aha! So you do have a faithful side, huh?
Give it a rest. That's not it at all.
Then why?
Their love for me is too fleeting. Much to my chagrin, they always end up leaving me for greener pastures.
You get dumped before you can start two-timing her.
Girls grow up so fast. I almost didn't recognize you.
Thank you so very much.
You're starting to look exactly like your mother. I wish she could see you now.
Pops, I wouldn't have been able to grow up like this if it wasn't for you. And Fiddly.
Is he making himself useful?
Of course he is. He's doing a great job protecting me.
That's good to hear. See to it he doesn't get into any trouble, will you?
Will do. You can leave him to me.
He says, see if I don't get into any trouble, I drag her into war zones.
Pardon me.
A great bodyguard, yeah. Exactly what you want your daughter to have. A guy who jumps into war constantly.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
The one thing about private actions is it's just a little annoying. There's always like a ton of them. There's a chest over here that I totally haven't gotten yet. Gosh dang it. Got it. Love potion number 256.
This thought just crossed my mind, so let me ask you. Does research cost money?
Some, yes.
I thought so. First, think of how much money it takes to buy laboratory experiments. Now, think of all the patches you could buy with it instead. Seems like such a waste now, doesn't it?
Don't you mean new clothes, not patches for old ones?
Wait, you don't count money in terms of the patches you could buy with it?
Wow, Miki, you are a master miser.
I'm not even really sure how to take that pinch fist. Pinch fist. Attacks. Attacked without using many skill attacks. say some skill points.
War is truly abhorrent.
When you're shooting it out with an enemy fleet, you almost get used to the horror of taking lives. But in the end, it's the same thing.
You're right. I was disgusted that people could slaughter each other like this. But it's really no different from what we do.
Seeing as we're both in the military, we mustn't forget that we're responsible for scenes like this.
Sir.
Not all scenes like this.
Your son is a fine young man.
Thanks.
After spending time with him, I can see that he has your eyes. I can't express just how jealous I am that he has been put in charge of the training hall.
He's still very inexperienced.
But he'll shine brighter with some polishing.
Sometime, I'd like to see who shines brighter in combat. You or him.
It would be my pleasure to spar with him.
You kidding me? I'd kick your tail, Victor. Actually, Victor would probably whoop my ass. He's got some mad skills. I wonder how many times I'm gonna have to do this before I've done all the private actions here.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
This way first. 4. Wow. Let's see. 2 in the middle, 1 up there.
Don't you think there are some lines that shouldn't be crossed?
There definitely are.
Really is a victim of some twisted, disgusting research. We can't let the monsters who did this get away with it. As a fellow researcher, I vow never to make a similar mistake.
You're a good woman, Fior.
Considering their population level and resources, Trey-Kur has absolutely no chance of victory.
That's what common sense tells us.
Power makes people do strange things.
Are you guys gonna be okay, Emerson?
We'll have to watch what we do.
War is so tragic, isn't it?
I'm such an incredibly selfish person.
Why do you say that?
Here we are, surrounded by people who need help badly. Despite that, what have I been doing all this time? Thinking only of my goals. Of Relia.
You can't fix all the world's problems. In fact, even thinking you can would be arrogant. Giving your all for Relia is the only thing anyone could ask of you right now. It's hard to explain, but...
No, I understand. Thanks a lot.
Why do some people feel
Thank
like
you
they have to?
for teaching me again today.
Your journey has made you stronger.
But still no match for you, Master.
Like I'd let you eclipse me.
You're unrelenting.
So, is he stronger now too?
I think that's something you should ask Fidel yourself.
I already know the answer, just by looking in your eyes. But I'd still like to hear it.
Yeah, Dad, I could beat you up nowadays. It's cool, it's whatever. I probably couldn't. You'd probably beat my ass. These stronger, older men had a lot more time training. I don't know why they keep trying to act like I could beat them. Especially the guy who taught me swordsmanship.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Just one this time. Looks like it's gonna be my dad. instructor again. Yep.
So, how's the boy of late?
He's turned into a fine swordsman.
Oh, I see. That's good. And what about you, then?
I've devoted myself to my training. There's no chance I won't live up to your expectations in this battle.
Make sure you don't overdo it, though. You're my apprentice, and I don't want to see you get hurt.
You are simply too kind.
If anything happens to me, I want you to look after the boy.
Don't say that. You'll be around to look after him yourself for years to come.
It is a war zone. Can't say that kind of thing for sure. Maybe that's all of them now. Nope.
Okay
Still
then,
more.
let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Join my dad again, I'm sure.
Lady Brunelli mentioned something about you talking with a strange woman. Do you happen to remember her name?
She said it was Rebecca.
So, it really was her. Did she say anything?
She left a message for you. It wasn't that long or anything, but she wanted to let you know that you don't have to worry about her, and that she's doing completely fine. She also hopes that you're doing well, and that you're taking good care of yourself. And that's it.
I see.
Who is she?
An old acquaintance.
No, she seemed to know you fairly well, and she just recognized us as a group. In that private action that was just earlier today. Well, today in my world, not yours, but still. That could be all of them this time. Nope. Still more to go.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Huh. Doesn't show anybody running off at once, so this gotta be an NPC that can't be part of my party. Could be my dad if he's here. Nope. It's his subordinates.
So, I heard you bumped into Rebecca.
Word gets around, doesn't it? Hey, who is that woman, by the way?
The lieutenant had a friend who perished some time ago, and she's his widow. Not only that, but she's also the lieutenant's former lover.
Sounds like it's complicated.
It's not that complicated, really. The lieutenant was dispatched on a mission to a faraway land. Sometime during that stint, both his friend and Rebecca disappeared.
Did they elope?
Later, we discovered that the lieutenant's friend was suffering from an unknown incurable disease. Apparently, Rebecca had been helping him with his treatment the whole time.
Rebecca's proficient in the healing arts.
Oh, I see.
The lieutenant had refused to see Rebecca when she came to explain the situation.
I believe the lieutenant sincerely regrets what he did back then. If only he had known the truth earlier. But sadly, he found out after his friend was already dead.
You'd never guess that he was involved in such a tragedy from the way he behaves today. Victor's a tough man.
Oh, he's the ultimate man, I tell you what. Respect.
Fidel, please give our lieutenant as much support as you can.
We're counting on you.
Don't worry, I will.
Excuse me. Alright, that's all of them. We're gonna check this board again real quick. Alright. Now we're gonna head off to the capital. So I'm sure more private actions here unlocked and quests unlocked. I'm sure the capital will have some quests and some private actions to do. And we're gonna go to Santa Rule. So basically we're doing another tour of Zulia. So here we go. If you really ever wanted to know why I'm such a high level compared to the enemies that I face right now, this is 100% the reason. Tours. I'm trying to grab all the resource nodes when I'm doing them. Not only that, but I also try to fight pretty much every enemy. As well. There's some enemies that are frustrating to fight anyway. So try not to too
Why can't they all challenges lie ahead?
We have the advantage where it hurts.
Red Thunder!
Never strike!
Ice Needle!
That wasn't even worth the effort.
Hardly worth the effort.
I'm not ready to retire yet.
Think I'll let you get away?
Use the enemy.
Double slash! Double slash! Double slash! Think I'll let you get away?
That was it.
Ooh! It feels good to be so strong.
Opportunity, no! Die! Breathing spark!
That was a piece of cake.
What?
Can I
It's
say?
over
I'm a
already?
perfectionist.
I would suggest to anybody really who wants this game to buy it. It is a very good game. The story is compelling. The characters are real. So I definitely would suggest this game to anybody who wants to buy it. I'm still really happy that I've had as many people come through and watch even just for a moment anything that I've done today. It's been very humbling and very encouraging that people want to just see somebody who likes to play for fun. So again, thank everybody who's watched. And the one guy who wanted to ask some questions about the game, and I just told him how I feel about it, and you were impressed enough to buy it. Kudos to you, man. I hope you're having a blast with it right now. And yeah, I'll still be streaming this until I get through the whole game. I'm shooting for the 100%, so we'll see how it goes. There's 7 coal gone. Passage on cliffs. Zulian Plains. Laser oscillators. Alright.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
What exactly are the corrupt?
Let me explain. Regular animals, such as wolves, birds, and so on, are somehow imbued with marks resembling signets, which turns them into vicious beasts. The corrupt also carry diseases, I heard. At least, that's how people say the disease that killed my parents and Fidley's mother spread.
Would you like to find out if that was really the cause?
Ah, I never thought to find out, but maybe I do. To be honest, I may have been too preoccupied with the past. I need to be stronger and start looking ahead.
Admirable.
Oh, you reek of alcohol.
This planet's awash in fine alcoholic beverages. Fruit wine, fermented liquors, and any other type you could ever want.
The climate around this area is mild, too.
Next to Trekur's harsh environment, Rasulia is a veritable paradise. That's why conflicts break out.
It's not our fault that their land is infertile.
I know that all too well. We've been in the same position, too.
Just like before, guys, we're going in and out, until we finish all these private actions here. I don't want to miss any.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
I wonder if I have too much muscle. Shaping up is great and all, but I don't want to get too bulky.
She's a twig.
I really think my arms look too much like a man's. My stomach muscles are getting more defined too, and my shoulders are a little broader than I'd like.
You look absolutely fine to me. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
You think so? I'm fine the way I am? Well, if you say it's okay, then I guess I'll stop worrying.
That's just my opinion.
A dog.
Do you like dogs?
No. I see them as rivals.
Rivals? I'll just pretend I didn't hear that.
So she doesn't like dogs. Victor doesn't like cats.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
It's so cute. What a miraculous coincidence. This splotch on the wall is adorable.
Really?
What? I think Anne is doing drugs. Guys, we need an intervention on Anne.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Ooh, I wonder if Welch has an English.
Can I ask you something? If someone gave you a stuffed animal, would that make you happy?
never know. I personally think it depends on the animal. Maybe if the person likes animals, and you give them one of their favorites.
One of their favorites? You mean like a cat? Research is key, like marketing 101. Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Not one of your favorites, one of their favorites. If you give Victor a stuffed cat, he's gonna freak the fuck out. I don't think she's been told yet. She wasn't there during that private action. Alright, that was all those private actions. We're going out to the plains. There is something that we have to kill on the plains, so we are going to do a full exploration over the plain area. Let's see if we can find it. And then we're going to go to Miadoc. We'll do all the private actions in Miadoc. Visit Welch. And then from there we will go and go to Sandrule, pick up any quests that might have popped up over there. We want
That wasn't even worth the
I wonder too,
effort.
there is a Cathedral of Oblivion here, so we are going to explore that as well while we're out. Whoa! I bet that's the thing we're supposed to be fighting. Things we're supposed to be fighting. Okay, so it's blocking the
Just as I expected.
Scenes were intense. We're gonna go with the Cathedral of Oblivion now. Wonder if these are updated cathedrals or if they're just like the first. Still, I think they're supposed to update. I mean, as far as I remember from some of the older ones, yeah, this is different. Warrior.
That was a piece of cake.
Decisive win. What can I say? I'm a perfectionist.
Lizard skin and snake skin.
Come back.
That wasn't even worth
Close to perfect. Can't get any better than that.
So if this is the first one, there'd be a boss mod next. The first one was like 3 floors. And that's definitely not the boss mob that used to be here.
This should be a good warm-up.
As close to perfect as it gets.
That was it?
Ooh. 3 Mercury, that's
A warrior
pretty
must
good.
continue to hone his skills.
So I wonder if it keeps going then. And it does. Oh.
That
Guys
wasn't
feel
even worth
okay.
the effort.
Decisive win.
More
Minimum
challenges
casualties.
left.
Red stained cloth. Oh, that's got to be the boss.
Don't be fooled. Get ready for the game.
Oh yeah, definitely the boss. I should be running high enough to the level
Allow me to help.
I could beat this thing without exploding. Hey man, I'm feeling better. I woke up this morning and my alarm went off, but I've been up most of the night throwing up. About 4 o'clock, I ate some chicken noodle soup. Was able to keep that down, so feeling better. I've eaten some today. I haven't thrown up yet. Bonus dungeon boss fight. You can't hear me over the game audio?
Allow me to help.
Let me just turn down the music some more on this. I'll have to. Yeah, I'll turn down the game volume some after this.
Double slash.
I've had to adjust some of the volumes a couple times now today. People in chat.
Maybe I could use some
I didn't
training.
expect this many losses.
Here, now I can change that. Well, I mean, if you can't hear me, the likeliness that some other people can't hear me very well either is pretty high. But yeah, I'm feeling better right now. After this morning, I went back to sleep, and I slept until like noon. Like just straight up passed out slept. So hopefully I'll be good enough to work tomorrow. I'm gonna try anyway. If I have to go home early, I have to go home early, but I'm gonna show up at least. Give it a good show anyway. I mean, it's cycle 2, if nothing else. I should be able to manage. I hope. There's no way I could have done it today though. I was exhausted still. Been up most of the night. I'm feeling a lot better now though.
That was a piece of cake.
Don't take me so lightly.
Yeah. Tell your wife I said hi. Tell the kids their Uncle Justin cares about them and such.
That wasn't even worth
A
the
decisive
effort.
win.
Hardly
Minimal
worth the
casualties.
I refuse to stop here.
So we're gonna go ahead and finish collecting all the resource nodes here, since we've already made it so far into the plains when we found that battle and when we did the cathedral. And then we'll continue onto Miadoc and the private actions there, and then straight on into Welch. They have a full reserve dog.
I will burn you down!
People let you get away? Leave this to me.
Gauge.
That was it? More chap.
Wait a minute. I'm paralyzed. Oh, maybe that goes away after
Plunges
battle.
lie ahead.
Can only hope.
People let you get away? As close to perfect as it gets.
Why can't they all be this easy?
Well, for anybody who has been watching who hasn't been able to understand me very well, I'm very sorry. I got told that the music was a little loud and I've got it adjusted. This is the second time today I've been told the music's a little loud, so maybe now it's adjusted down low enough to still be enjoyed, but where you guys can all hear me. Because I'd really be a shame for you guys not to have been able to hear me all the way through. In some of my videos it sounds like it's okay.
This is gonna sting.
Not like this. A decisive win.
Pull up my reserve dodge.
That was it?
Gauge. Why do I keep saying gouge? It's gouging my eyes. Probably because they're spelled the same.
Strike. Go. Get away.
That wasn't even worth the effort.
What rolls do I have on me? Oh, that all makes sense, I guess.
Why can't they all be this easy?
We're gonna miss one node, fishing mode. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it in favor of just continuing. Try not to do too much farming for the video's sakes. I mean, it's inevitable that some farming ends up in the video.
Have you tried Rasulia's fruit wine?
It's tasty, isn't it?
You sound like a man who can really hold his liquor.
Oh, I definitely can. So how'd you like to go for a drink with me, pretty lady?
As long as you're paying, and you know that your wallet will be much lighter afterwards.
Just don't empty it.
Stuff that you've got. So first things first, we'll do one of these.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Let's see, that makes, wow, 263. Amazing. So many different types of sweets, just in Rasulia alone. But that isn't nearly enough. No, I won't stop eating until I've had at least a bite of every last sweet in the world.
Oh my goodness. It's amazing she is not super fat. 90% of her private actions are about food.
Those kicks of yours are some of the best I've ever seen, Anne. Your military must have a strong tradition of martial arts.
I didn't actually learn that technique in the military. My grandmother taught me how to fight.
Oh.
Back in her day, my grandmother could knock a large tree down with a single kick.
That's very impressive.
That's terrifying.
I can't believe there are two people in this world who are even stronger drinkers than I am.
You did all right yourself, you know.
I'm glad I got to see what a weird drunk you are, though.
I'm weird.
You started out as the same old perv, but the drunker you got, the more serious you got. I've never seen anyone like that. Now I know I can drink with you in peace.
Ah, so that's why you said earlier that we could go for drinks together, but not dinner.
The spendthrift roll. Cut this one, we're gonna come to the shop over here.
Pardon me.
Well, it's just laboratory. Laboratoria. See if she has anything for us. I think she does. Usually there's not a loading screen like this. Yes.
There are rumors that a new weapon is being used in the war between Rasulia and Trekur. It apparently emits an incredible light. Even if this is some kind of trick based on the application of signets, there is still no record of such things being used. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second. Did that thing just light up? Show it to me. Show me. Show me. Hey, soldier boy. What do you say to contracting with me and becoming my fourth assistant? Gotcha! What's this? The rumored weapon? Yow! This thing's gone haywire! I thought I was going to die there. You should be more careful. To make up for your negligence, why don't I have you do a bunch of work for me?
I can finish this one right away. A little engineer could, huh?
I see. So that's how you put this thing together. It's surprisingly easy once you figure out the trick to it. Yeesh, this weapon's much more dangerous than I ever imagined. Assistant number 4, with this weapon, you can't just be some old run-of-the-mill ruffian, right? Just kidding. Can you imagine a grown woman like me poking around for a man's secrets? How goes? Besides, I prefer men with deep, dark secrets. So encapsulating. Don't worry, I know how to keep my mouth shut. Thank you for your assistance, number 1 and number 4. Come back anytime you want to hang out or whatever.
done. What's this? It's done. It's done.
Stun bomb.
What's this?
Freezing bomb.
Order up.
Smoke bomb.
Order up.
I feel like I might should have held onto that blank disc for a little bit. Nothing. Alright. Now we can make bombs, apparently. I don't really use very many items unless I get paralyzed or something in battle.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
No, that's not my cat.
That was an impressive yowl, though.
You're quite the drinker, right, Fiore?
Yes, and I especially love Rasulian fruit wine. I watch how much I drink, though, because I can't stand hangovers.
I see. Then I'll give you a drink that doesn't cause hangovers sometime.
What's it made of? Something that prevents you from getting drunk?
You're more interested in its ingredients than its flavor?
Yep. As long as I'll be alright the next day, you can count me in.
Wouldn't that be a type of alcohol?
If you had to be stranded on a desert island with someone, who would you choose? Miki, Lady Brunelli, or Anne?
Fuck. Okay, so Mickey has healing signets, which is nice, and I've known her my whole life. I'm pretty sure she has a thing for me. Fior has healing signets, as well as damaging signets, and a lot of practical knowledge. She's a good housekeeper. But Anne, I think, would probably be the most useful, because she's a little bit stronger, and she's extremely knowledgeable.
Anne, I suppose.
I completely agree. Her magic device has some truly amazing capabilities. We could possibly even use it to escape the island.
It's not the women who are important, but their skills?
How strange we should arrive at the same conclusion. Maybe it's because we're both trained in the Camus style.
What I wouldn't give to have my old man hear you say that.
I actually kind of think that's correct. The skills of the woman is way more important than the woman.
Okay then, let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Do you have a hangover?
Yes. That's what I get trying to keep up with Emerson. I can drink, but he's something else. I've never met anyone who can hold his liquor so well.
He certainly has a high tolerance for alcohol, but he's nothing compared to my grandmother.
Your grandma?
She would answer how much she could drink not in bottles, but barrels.
Sorry,
Jeez.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh my gosh. Well, that shows me and my friends our place. I can answer in bottles, but I definitely couldn't answer in barrels. Be some kind of fraction. Point
Okay,
something.
Let's reconvene in front of the inn.
Looks like I'm looking for Anne. Merchant again.
Well, I'd say it's about time to say hi to a few special ladies.
Okay,
You sure? Because I'll really do it.
go ahead.
No, I don't feel like it anymore. Maybe some other time.
That went just like Fiore said it would. All I had to do was agree to it.
That's not nice. Not nice at all. It's rude. Rude dude. Alright, this time we're gonna stay at the end. Because we do need to stay at the end. I just remembered. We're actually gonna cut the stream for like a minute. So that it cuts off the recording as well. So that I can have about a 3-hour video for YouTube. And then I'm gonna start the stream right back up. So if you're watching right now, don't go anywhere. It'll be right back in just a minute, okay? I just don't want too long of a video for my YouTube channel. So please just be somewhat patient with me. I'll be right back.